Hey, what's up? I'm Colleen and welcome to my channel. I've never met a sparkle that I didn't like and a bully that I did, because being mean is not cool. Awesome people are not mean, so be kind all the time. So welcome to another edition of Friday Frights. For this edition, I thought I would talk about the supernatural game Charlie Charlie. I thought this one was interesting because although all supernatural games are always on the dangerous side, I thought this one was a little bit less dangerous than other ones, so I may or may not have been tempted to play it. We'll see as the video goes on. If you don't know what Friday Frights is, basically it's a video where I do my makeup and I talk about something in the paranormal supernatural world, because I love the paranormal and the supernatural and I love makeup, and I thought this was a great way to combine it. I know I'm not the original person who did this, so of course I linked all the people who inspired me to do these videos below. Please check them out because they are also awesome. So I'm going to stop rambling and let's get into doing my makeup and talking about the game Charlie Charlie. So the origins of the Charlie Charlie game seem to be in a lot of Latin American countries. A lot of information about it can be originally found on Spanish-speaking message boards as early as like 2008, but it's been said that it's been played, like versions of it have been played for years before that. So as always, even though it's listed as a game, it still is something that is contacting things in the supernatural. So always play at your own risk and be extra vigilant and prepared for, you know, anything that could happen. Just be extra cautious. So let's get into how to play the game. So for players, you need at least one principal, and then you need 2 pens or pencils, a sheet of paper, a ruler, but that's optional. You don't have to have the ruler. Information you wish to know, like knowledge you seek, but it has to be expressed in the form of yes or no questions only. Kind of like how you would do like a pendulum, how you need like yes or no answers. For this game, you can begin at any time, and all you have to do is place this sheet of paper on a flat surface oriented landscape-wise. Using one of the pens or pencils, draw a vertical line down the center of the page, top to bottom, then draw a horizontal line across the center of the page, left to right. And this is where the ruler comes in. If you want to use the ruler, you can do that to make the lines even. Your sheet of paper should now be divided into 4 quadrants, and in the upper left and lower right quadrants, write the word yes, and in the opposite 2 quadrants, you need to write the word no. And you just use, like I said before, just one of the pencils that you're going to use later in the game. So then next you have to place 1 pencil on the horizontal axis, and the second pencil in the center of the page on top of the first pencil on the vertical axis, the writing tip pointed upwards. The pencils together should form a cross in the center of the page. Once that is done, you are now ready to proceed with the conversation. So to start the conversation, you have to speak the words, "Charlie, Charlie, may we play?" After you do this, you need to watch the pencils. Watch particularly the point of the top pencil. If the pencil remains still, the ritual has failed. Do not proceed. Your correspondent is not present. Pack up the pencils and dispose of the piece of paper, and you may try again at another time. If the pencil moves to indicate no, the ritual has succeeded, but your correspondent does not wish to participate. Do not proceed. Apologize for disturbing your correspondent and bid them farewell. Pack up the pencils, destroy the paper, and dispose of both pencils and the remnants of the paper as far away as possible. You may try again another time, but they want you to proceed carefully. If the pencil moves to indicate yes, the ritual has succeeded, your correspondent has granted you permission to play, and you may proceed. If the pencil moves but lands on a line or an axis instead of a word or quadrant, your correspondent is present but is uncertain about whether or not they would like you to participate. You may ask again until the pencil moves to indicate yes or no, or remain still. After that, enact the correct procedure based on the pencil's movement or lack thereof. After you've done all that, you then gently reposition the top pencil so that it again is aligned with the vertical axis. Then you can ask your next question. This is if it proceeds and you're allowed to play the game. The question may pertain to anything you like, to anything you wish to know, but remember you have to phrase it in a yes or no way, because obviously Charlie can only respond to you yes or no. But you must always begin your request by repeating the words Charlie, Charlie. So then obviously if you ask the question and the pencil moves to yes, the answer to your question is yes. If it moves to no, it's obviously no. If it stays on the line or on the axis, your correspondent does not know or has chosen not to answer the question, and do not repeat the question. You may continue doing this for as long as you like or until the correspondent indicates they would like to stop. When you're ready to exit the game, you must proceed by saying, Charlie, Charlie, may we stop? If the pencil does not move or lands on a line or axis instead of a word or quadrant, you have not received permission to exit the game. You must ask again. If it lands on no, you have not received permission to leave the game, and you obviously have to ask again. If it lands on yes, you have permission to leave the game, and you may move on to bidding the game farewell. Once you have gained permission to exit the game, bid your correspondent farewell, pack up the pencils, and put away the piece of paper. You may either dispose of the pencils and paper or store them for later use, but it notes that you should choose, if you choose to store them, do not store them in the same place. Keep them separate because it says there's no telling what your correspondent might get up to otherwise. Now, did I get a little confident and overzealous and play this game? I maybe did. So let's insert the clip here and let's see what happened when I played Charlie, Charlie. Okay, so first thing I have to do is I have to draw the vertical line down the center of the paper. And then draw the horizontal line from left to right. Okay. Then in the upper left and lower right quadrants, I write the word yes. And then in the other two, no. And then I place one of the pencils on the page on the horizontal axis. Okay, so now I'm ready, so now that everything's set up, now I can start to play. So I have to say, Charlie, Charlie, may we play? Charlie, Charlie, may we play? Well, nothing moved, so I believe the correspondent is not present. So I'm going to close out this game. Thank you so much. Sorry if we bothered you. We are closing this out. Goodbye. So as you can see, I don't think anything happened when I played that game. It was still fun, and like I said, still always be super cautious when you're playing. I obviously lit like protective candles around me, and after that I burned some sage so I could cleanse the energy from the area I was working in, just to make sure that nothing lingered and all that jazz, just because you never know what you are talking to or bringing forth or dealing with or whatever. So this is my finished look right here. I like it. I think it's really pretty. It's, you know, fun, sparkly. Of course, she's a Multichrome. Love doing looks like that. So what do you guys think of this ritual? Have any of you tried to play it? Do you think it's a whole bunch of baloney? Like, I just love to know your thoughts about anything, you know, in the supernatural, just because it is such an interesting topic to discuss. So anyway, my celestial cupcakes, that is it for this video. So if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you really like this video, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to do neither one of those things, that's totally fine. I still thank you so much for stopping by and spending this minute with me. I really appreciate it. I will still send you tons of happy thoughts and positive vibes your way just for stopping by. So thank you. As always, I'll have everything that I'm wearing on my face, as well as my Twitter and Instagram handles listed below in case you'd like to follow me there. I post pictures of looks that I do not film, as well as pictures of my pets, and I think they are adorable. But of course, we are all biased when it comes to our fur babies, but oh well. So anyway, from one makeup lover to another, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and remember, be you, do you, love you. Bye!